All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. Happy after holiday weekend and happy kickoff to the health games. It's Tuesday evening. It's the healthiest day of the week. And I'm excited to see you guys all here. So, a few different things today. We're going to kick off this call on a few different notes. If this is the first time on this call, welcome, first and foremost. We do this call every Tuesday. It's just another one of the pieces of support and community that we have to help achieve optimal health with our program. It's also something that we have as another support for the health games that just kicked off here. So if you're new in the games, we probably have more diversity on this call than we normally have, or people that'll be catching the recording. Here, let me mute somebody real quick here. Someone is still somehow unmuted. I don't even know how it's possible, but we'll go with it. But we probably have the most diversity that we have on this call because we have people in the health games, people that maybe are just joined in on the games, that aren't utilizing our program, that are just playing around, are enjoying the fun, that are on program, health coaches. This is just another one of the pieces of community that you have. And since we're kicking off the 6-week health games, we thought that this would be a really good one for the topic of the call, which is how to gear up for a goal. So again, if this is your first call, we want to welcome you to tonight because you're doing one of the most important things with your health, which is health is a conscious decision. So I'm going to share some tips for tonight as we do on every call, and then we're going to kind of open it up to kind of share. Today we're going to actually just share some stories because usually we share tips on the subject that we're talking about. And I thought this one, since we have probably more people on this call for the first time than ever, just share some stories of people that have changed their health. And so if you're on the line and you have a health journey and you've been one of the more experienced people, please feel free to be prepared to just share what it is that you want to pass on to all the people in on the first time. Because the biggest thing is that community is what helps you become healthy. We have this this piece over here on the left-hand side. It's basically, it boils down to statistics that you're 57% more likely to be or like the people you surround yourself with. And that's either friends that are in person in your world or social, social media wise. So even though we're all not touching or in the actual same room tonight, we are actually part of a community. And this is why we have the support pieces that help us move forward and push our health to the next level. And it's always because you become like the 5 people you spend your most time with. So always choose wisely, carefully, whatever you want to say on that. So as we kick off this games, and this is kind of the topic of this call, is are you ready to go? Are you weighed in? Today is day 2. So if you haven't weighed in yet, get in there and weigh in, get started. And if you're not actually involved in the games, I highly recommend doing that. And actually real quick, if you can hear me right now, someone is unmuted. So double check your phone that you're muted right now because we can hear. Let me see. I think I actually found the culprit here. Let me see if I can get this fixed. I think I got it. All right, cool. So this is just a really good reminder for you to get started on your way. And we have so many people accomplishing goals. And that's kind of the topic of tonight is what are you excited to accomplish over these next few weeks? There's a few different things that you learn in your health journey. One, if this is your first one, is that health is not just about weight or losing weight. That's dieting. And we want people to choose health. So health involves everything, your healthy mind, sleep, water intake, body composition, exercise, movement, all of the above. And that's what we really want to help people with. And many of you guys have different goals for the next 6 weeks that are in this game, or maybe not in this games at all. But what I'd like to encourage you guys is, we just take chunks out of how we're moving forward in our health. Health is like the laundry. It's never done. But one thing that I found crucially important, this was one of our topics a couple of weeks ago, was how do we sustainably build on our health victories? And the way I've always kind of envisioned it is like, picture it like scaling up a mountain, except every step you take up the mountain, you cement in a concrete step that you cannot really, it's pretty solid there. It's a foundation. It's kind of hard to go backwards on it because it's so stably built that you have that next solid step to build that next step in your health. So over these next 6 weeks, what do you want to accomplish in your games? Are you dialed into it? Is it something that you're kind of shooting from the hip, or are you really focused on it? And we talk about SMART goals sometimes, and SMART goals are things that are accomplishable, measurable, realistic, and timely. Things that you can accomplish and tangibly accomplish. So that's what I would encourage you guys this week. So what I thought that we'd end this call with, because we do these calls nice and short and sweet, because one of the biggest things about them is just plugging into a community of people that are moving their health forward. It's one of the most important places you can be. And like I said, the healthiest place you can be on a Tuesday evening, is what would you like to accomplish over these next few weeks? And that's what I want to encourage you guys to write down here. So one, are you already waiting for the challenge, the health games? And two, what are you wanting to accomplish on that? And I thought the third thing I'd ask some people tonight is, what has changed in your health? And I'm always inspired by people to change your health. And again, we have a lot of first-time participants on the call tonight. So I'll just kick it off with, personally, I'm just stepping up my goals because I want to dial in my eating. I want to actually get recommitted to my workout plan because summertime throws it off a little bit. And actually, I've been prescribed some vitamin supplements from my doctor that I've just not quite gotten the routine of taking. So that's my goals over the next few weeks, and to also just continue to build on my healthy habits. And for those that are sharing your story tonight, that want to share your story, and I thought that'd be kind of a cool way to kick this off, is 6 years ago, I lost 25 pounds on this program after watching my family lose a little bit over 2,000 pounds combined for the years previous. I changed my health, but more importantly, I changed my eating. I changed the way I approached my health. And over time, I've actually continued to maintain a healthy weight. I'm down 30 pounds from where I started. And every single day, I'm getting better with my health. And I actually chose also to pay it forward because that's kind of how our program works at some point. You pay it forward to other people. And that's been a big success in my health so far. So I thought we'd kind of end this call and end this week as we kind of go in is showing the community and what's possible. So who here wants to share a little bit about what their goals are for the next few weeks, or share just a little bit about their story? Because we have so many newbies on the line tonight. I thought it'd be pretty inspiring because you guys are looking around and maybe you're seeing people for the first time. You don't realize the stories and the transformations that have taken place. So I'll just open it up. Who wants to unmute themselves and share a little bit tonight? Who's going to be the brave one first? Or I can just call on people. It's whichever one. You can volunteer. Oh, I see Bobby raising her hand. Bobby, why don't you have a phenomenal health story. Why don't you share a little about your goals for the next few weeks and your story overall? Because it's pretty amazing.
Thank you. Well, I just, first of all, I love the health games. I'm so excited to be back in them. I've missed it. So it's such a great community. But my health story has been over 2 years ago. I lost 45 pounds. After struggling with my weight and yo-yo dieting for a very long time, and did some pretty bad things to this poor old body. And then middle of my, hitting your 50s, the weight just kept packing on, and tried to boot camp it off, and that didn't work, got injured, and but did some pretty crazy, scary things with the old medication called fen-phen. Maybe some of you might have remember that, but that was then. But now, fast forward 2 years, and I'll be able to maintain my weight, and I still practice my habits of health, eat 6 times a day, have crazy energy. And what I'm excited about is, I know the holidays are coming up and people kind of freak out, but I find that for me, I like to make goals that get me through the holidays, health-wise. So for example, like I'm looking to do a run. I like to run. So I'm looking to do a run in January. And then this gets me to train and get up to speed through the holidays. And it keeps me on purpose during the holidays when everybody's having parties and stuff. It's just being purposeful and setting myself up for success. So I'm excited.
Oh, I love it. One, your story is amazing. And two, the goal to land yourself going into the holidays totally on purpose and focused on your health. There's a reason why those 45 pounds never came back. That's pretty cool. And I love it. 2 years ago, and you've done some crazy things to that body of yours, and it's only gotten better since then. That's why what I'm really excited about with our program is we focus on the health long term. So I know we have some other people that have some phenomenal stories tonight, and I thought we could inspire a little bit while we share some goals. Who else wants to share tonight about their health? I think I just heard someone unmute maybe. Or was it Bobby muting herself? Here, I'll call on Abby. Abby, can you hear me? I know you have a phenomenal story and some health and some probably some health goals for the next little bit. So share with us a little about your story and some of your health goals are for the next few weeks.
Yeah, so I lost a big majority of my weight in 2013, and then ever since then, just been setting those next goals for my journey, and down 45 pounds and ready for the 6-week challenge kicking off to kind of clean up and get back into an exercise routine. And definitely that stress reduction from school and the busyness of the schedule now. And because I traveled all summer long. I think I was home half of it, maybe total. So just trying to get back into routine. So that's where I'm at right now.
Getting in routine, celebrating the victories. 45 pounds seems to be a pretty cool mark that you might hit, for the last two people to share. I'm going to call on one more person as we finish up here. Hopefully her little one isn't making noise in the background. Christy, would you share a little bit tonight, just a little about your story? Because I think you've lost what Abby and Bobby lost combined, and I'm sure you have some goals that you're going to continue through these games.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I love these huddles. It's so fun to see everybody. Can you hear me?
You're loud and clear.
Okay, sorry. So I have lost a total of 90 pounds right now. I have about 10 more that I don't really need to lose, but I want to lose just because I want to get back down to my pre-pregnancy weight of my first daughter. But it's not something that I've been like really, really trying to do purposely. Just living out the healthy habits every day. And when I get there, I get there. So I'm pretty happy.
That's awesome. I love that goal. So I think that's a good way. Thank you all for sharing, Christy, Abby, and Bobby. That is awesome. So I see a lot of new faces on the line. Makes me really happy. Have a lot of people excited for the recording here. So what I want to encourage you is, one, plug in. Plug in is so vital because you're so much like the people you surround yourself with. I mean, you guys hear these stories. These didn't happen by accident. Two, what are you going to accomplish over these next few weeks? Really dialing that in. Like, are you, this is a really good example. Like, I hope to lose some weight, or by the end of 6 weeks, I want to be down this much weight. I want to have instilled these habits into my life. It'll look like X, Y, and Z. So really dialing it in and getting really serious about what it is you want to accomplish. That's something I really encourage, because when you can see it and it's almost so tangible that you can grab it because you can visualize it so clearly, you can go accomplish it. So that would be my encouragement to you guys as we dive into this week, as we get started. And remember that habit takes time to develop. You don't just say, I'm going to build a new habit. It takes time to develop habits. So be very mindful this next week. Plug in. We'll have another health huddle next week where we'll change up the topic a little bit. Hope to hear some victories of the people that are into their routine quite a bit, and just celebrate success together. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you were inspired. I love hearing the stories, and know that health is a journey. It's never done. It's just celebrating the things that we move forward. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Say hello to everyone that'll catch the recording, and we'll see you guys in the games and celebrate the success along the way. You guys all have a great Tuesday. Stay focused. And here's another tip. Prep for the weekends. The weekends are the one time where your week's a little different than the rest of the week where you're in a routine. Prep and think about how the weekends are going to help you stay on track and how you're implementing those routines. So happy Tuesday to you all. We'll see you in the games, and let's see who can get the most points out of this crew here. Talk to you guys all later.